There
There
we
you
are. How's it
are.
going?
I'm going good. You?
Good, good. Thank you. Both of us are a little bit sleepy, so pardon us if our eyes are like that, okay?
It's okay. It's all right. You probably need a shot of coffee or something.
Okay, for the people who don't really know who you are, we know who you are. Tell them, who is Shah?
Sha is the first female rapper of Def Jam Southeast Asia. Oh my god, that was such a weird intro for me. But yeah.
I like
Nice.
that. Actually, that was pretty good. Self-intro. And in case you're wondering, Def Jam is like it's New York based, right? The company. When you first named the first Southeast Asian female to join Def Jam, it's like a really exclusive group. How did you feel?
To be honest, like I'm not gonna lie, it felt really like is this really happening? Because when we hear Def Jam, I think of like, Rihanna and like Kanye West and Justin Bieber. All of them are technically under the Def Jam brand. So I'm just like, oh wow, like now we have in Southeast Asia. And there's so many other female rappers out there, but like how did I land this opportunity to be part of, like you say, like this type of group? So yeah, it feels like an honor as well, to represent. So yeah.
I mean, doing Malaysia proud for sure. But what I really wanted to talk to you about was most recently you announced sort of an ambassadorship for a huge sportswear brand. How does it feel, my God, to partner up with such a huge brand like that, right?
I already love like fashion and everything, and I'm very into sports and everything. So it just gels in well because I feel like fashion and lifestyle music really goes hand in hand. So it feels really cool because I feel like wow, this is kind of like soon because I just dropped a single, but I guess I'm just going in for the ride. So yeah.
Generally, how would you describe your style though? You know what I mean?
My style is pretty much like a mix of like sporty and chic and like sometimes girly, but I think based on what my friends tell me is that outside I'm very much, I like to wear baggy clothes, but sometimes I like to go very like, think of like Kendall x Rihanna type of vibes. Yeah.
Okay, just going back a little bit into you joining Def Jam. Sorry, we're just going to rewind a wee bit. In no way are we putting them down, but it's kind of like a boys' club, isn't it? Here. So what was like being not only the first female, but also breaking a lot of other barriers and setting the stage for other females?
I think, to be honest, I feel like luckily I came into like the time where like women in any field is getting more and more like accepting of like the fields that they're in. That's mostly predominantly male, So like especially the rap game. And so coming into it, like I feel like I had such a really good support already from the boys, especially Sona. He kind of just like made the whole transition way, way easier. And it didn't feel like sort of a competition like what most people would think. Like for me, it's like just because I'm a female and all that and going into like this big boy club type of thing, it never felt like, oh, intimidating. It never felt like a competition. If anything, they were very welcoming. And yeah, basically that. So
that's really nice to hear.
Glad to be part of that. Yeah.
Now, if you were given a choice you had to rap battle one of our local boys, Sona One, Joe Flizzo.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh God, that's a really hard question because like I'm not gonna lie, like if it's with probably like amongst my friends or other artists, like I'd be like, okay, like I could catch a vibe into it. But if it's like somebody like Joe or like Sona, I'm like already like in the back of my head I have like this like biasness that like they know exactly what they're gonna say, they know exactly what they're gonna do. And so I'm probably gonna stutter. But I mean, kind of like that's my whole challenge for myself, I guess, is not to see them as like, these huge established artists that they are. They're just here as my mentors and like it's more of a collaborative thing. So over time I kind of like slowly built my confidence to just see them as just my mentors as well, especially Sona. So I kind of just learned through that and just be like, more comfortable with myself. So if I were to get into a rap battle, then I'd be like, okay, I think I know what to say. Yeah.
You speaking about them as mentors, how do you feel about you being the mentors to other people? I mean, people will look at you in that exact same light, you know what I mean? Like how you look at them.
To be honest, for me, I still don't see myself as that level yet because I meet other like artists from the same label, Ashraf and all that, and we're all just starting in the same pace and sing together. So we're all each other's mentors, if that makes sense. I feel like, if I inspire other people, then that's great. But like, as long as what I'm doing is like purposeful and like I have other people who guide me as well, it's kind of like, okay, this person guides me. And then if they're inspired by me, then, I don't really have to point out the steps, but you can just take in this and that for me. So yeah.
So what's next for you, man? What's any exciting things coming up for you? Of course, now that you're with Def Jam, you said you just dropped a single, shows and all that. Life
Oh my
is
God.
normal.
For sure, there is something coming out from me this year, like a double side-by-side type of tracks happening. And I'm really excited because I feel like it's gonna be a really good summer bop. Like it's gonna be a bop after bop. I mean, at least to me, like people love it, people love it. I'm pretty much like open to criticism and all that. But I just have really good feeling that this year will be like the year for me. So there's gonna be more music coming out this year. So last year was just like a teaser of what you get from Sha. But this year's gonna completely be different than what you think I was gonna go into. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
That's awesome. We look forward to that.
forward to that.
100%. As soon as this MCO thing and CMCO drops, you got to get in the studio with us. And we have a real chat, like face to face, and talk about everything. Okay, that'd be awesome.
Ja, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you so much
Awesome.
for spending some time with us today. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me as well. I hope you guys have a good day ahead.
Yeah.
You too. Take care and stay safe. Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.